The 1970s were packed with silky Philly soul, Motown crossovers,
If my wish would come true.
slow jam ballads, and funk grooves. But some of its biggest hits have slipped from daily playlists, even though everyone knew them then. Here are 10 forgotten hits from the 1970s that once ruled the airwaves and deserve another listen. Number 10, You Make Me Feel Brand New by the Stylistics.
You built me up and made me sure.
Philly soul's signature warmth truly found its stride in the plush arrangements of the mid-1970s, nurtured by veteran producers Tom Bell and Linda Creed. Hailing from Philadelphia, the Stylistics' You Make Me Feel Brand New became a standout in this lushly orchestrated landscape. Released in 1974, this ballad soared to number 2 on the charts and was instantly recognizable for its delicate falsetto and shimmering strings. Bell's production, marked by a sophisticated yet accessible sound, was pivotal in driving this group's success, helping place their records alongside other Philadelphia international acts dominating radio waves. Although today the tune is less frequently spun, its emotional resonance and meticulous studio technique stick with listeners who recall its original impact. On its release, the single not only affirmed the group's status, but also helped define the era's sound, a blend of romantic yearning and smooth instrumentation that could only come from that city's studios. Number 9, Could It Be I'm Falling in Love by the Spinners. When Detroit soul met Philly production brilliance, new storytelling possibilities unfolded in American R&B. The Spinners' Could It Be I'm Falling in Love is a glowing result of this alchemy, released in late 1972 and breaking through in early 1973. The track peaked at number 4 on the charts, firmly establishing the Spinners as one of the era's definitive vocal groups. Crafted at Sigma Sound Studios and overseen by producer Tom Bell, the song's breezy melody and subtle harmonies helped it withstand the passage of time. It wasn't just a major hit for the group, it was a flag bearer for producers and songwriters who shaped popular tastes well into the decade. Today, even as its gentle hooks and easy grooves slip out of radio rotation, the song remains a testament to the era's musical innovation, set against the backdrop of early 1970s soul's evolution. Number 8, Brick House by Commodores. Session musicians, tight live bands, and dance floor innovation powered countless hits during the late 1970s, but few left a funkier footprint than the Commodores' Brick House. Recorded in 1977 at Motown's Los Angeles studios, this groove-driven anthem charged up to number 5 on the charts and made clubgoers move coast to coast.
Make an old man wish for younger days, yeah.
While Lionel Richie would later become a solo superstar, it was the unique chemistry among all members, especially William King, whose wife Shirley Hannah King penned the lyrics, that set this track apart. The song's irresistible bass line and horn arrangement encapsulated both technical prowess and a contagious sense of fun.
3 times a lady.
Over time, its playful energy lingered across party soundtracks, even as its name faded from many lips, a sign of how the track imprinted an era. The original release remains a defining moment for funk bands transitioning into the mainstream.
I know it sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain.
Number 7, Best of My Love by The Emotions. Behind every chart-topping R&B smash, There's often a team of sharp songwriters and innovative producers pushing expressive boundaries. With Best of My Love, the Emotions scored their biggest moment in 1977, a collaboration masterminded by Earth, Wind and Fire's Maurice White, who produced the single. Upon release, it shot to #1 on the charts, cementing the group's place in dance music history. The track stands out not only for its sparkling vocal blend, but also its exuberant, disco-inflected arrangement, a fusion that captured the joyous spirit of the late 1970s dance boom without abandoning deep soul roots. Though its title lingers in public consciousness, the song itself now surfaces mainly in retro playlists and dance compilations. Yet, for those who spin it today, the production's clarity and infectious groove spotlight how effortlessly it lifted all kinds of listeners. Number 6, Love Train by the OJs. The early part of the 1970s saw a surge of optimism and activism in music, perfectly captured by the OJ's Love Train. Released in 1972 through Philadelphia International Records and produced by the legendary duo Gamble and Huff, this anthem quickly resonated with the nation. Rocketing to #1 on the charts, the tune invited millions to join a global call for unity. Its gleaming instrumental backing and driving percussion sent crowds moving in unison, while its hopeful message echoed the era's social shifts. Remarkably, the song was recorded at Sigma Sound Studios, which became home to countless soul classics. Today, glimpses of the track appear in commercials and movies, but few can recall just how dominant its presence really was at its peak. That mix of cultural significance and undying rhythm ensures this OJ's masterwork holds a special spot in music lore. Let's take a quick pause before we hit the final 5. Which of these tracks brought a memory rushing back? Did one surprise you? Or have you been playing it for years without knowing who sang it? And what's your personal pick for the most overlooked hit of 1970? Number 5, If You Don't Know Me By Now, by Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. Sometimes a stunning debut changes the entire landscape for a band. If You Don't Know Me By Now marked such a moment for Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, arriving in 1972 as their breakout single.
All the teachers, time to teach a new way.
Produced by the famed songwriting team Gamble and Huff for Philadelphia International Records, the ballad's sweeping orchestration and Teddy Pendergrass's searing lead vocals carried it to #3 on the charts.
If my wish would come true.
The impact was seismic. The group transitioned from local favorites to international stars on the back of this emotionally layered performance. Over time, the dramatic songwriting and silky arrangements set a blueprint for soul ballads well beyond the decade.
If you don't know.
Today, the single's ache and yearning may echo more as a fleeting reference than a playlist staple, but its influence lingers in every Torch song since the early 1970s. Number 4, Midnight Train to Georgia by Gladys Knight and the Pips. In 1973, a crossover hit could turn regional soul stars into household names. And for Gladys Knight and the Pips, Midnight Train to Georgia did just that. The classic track was originally written by Jim Weatherly and transformed by Knight's evocative storytelling style and the Pips' signature call and response harmonies. The result was a #1 on the charts that same year, and the single swiftly became a defining moment for both the group and Motown Records. Its blend of narrative power and gospel-tinged arrangement made it stand apart during an era flush with competition. Movie soundtracks and retrospectives later cemented the track as an emblem of perseverance and longing, though it rarely tops today's playlists. The 1970s glow brightly through each measured chord, capturing a journey that still feels cinematic all these decades later. Number 3, Lean on Me by Bill Withers.
Hey, I ought to leave the young thing alone, but ain't no...
Instead of elaborate production or commercial glitz, the early 1970s singer-songwriter movement valued personal voice and spare instrumentation. Bill Withers' Lean on Me, cut in 1972 at Los Angeles record plant with Booker T. Jones producing, is a hallmark of that ethos. The song resonated across genre lines and peaked at number 1 on the charts, cementing Withers' status as a singular creative force. Its gospel-inspired structure and direct storytelling drew listeners from all walks of life, reaching far beyond its initial soul base. The track's influence extended into covers and interpretations for generations, particularly in moments of crisis and community support. Nowadays, while it's occasionally referenced or sampled, the tune itself seldom occupies center stage in mainstream music. Yet it continues to showcase the enduring simplicity that made the early 1970s singer-songwriters so vital. Number 2, Let's Get It On by Marvin Gaye. Studio innovation ran deep at Motown during the rise of Marvin Gaye, and Let's Get It On stands as a prime example. Released in 1973 and produced by Gaye himself alongside Ed Townsend, this smooth, soulful groove charged up to number 1 on the charts. The track broke ground with sensuality and musical daring, signaling a creative leap for Gaye after his more political work on What's Going On. Its melodically rich arrangement, subtle horns, and unfiltered emotion helped define the next wave of R&B. In its heyday, the single fueled both slow dance moments and adventurous listening, though today its sultry foundation is most often heard in advertisements and retro soundtracks. The creative risks embodied in this track's production and subject matter helped nudge soul music into bold, new territory during the mid-1970s. Number 1, Let's Stay Together by Al Green. There was a magnetic draw to Royal Recording Studios in Memphis in the early part of the 1970s, a place where producer Willie Mitchell and Al Green crafted timeless soul. Let's Stay Together is perhaps their most revered moment. Released in late 1971 and taking off to number 1 on the charts in early 1972. The delicate mix of Green's velvet vocals, restrained organ, and the high rhythm section's understated groove defined Southern Soul's golden age and continues to influence countless artists today. From soundtracks to wedding playlists, the composition's warmth and honesty invite enduring affection, even as its full story recedes in popular memory. Once the anthem of a generation discovering new depths in love songs, the blockbuster single reminds listeners how a perfectly realized arrangement could capture a mood and set the standard for soul's expressive possibilities.
It's broken heart.